Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to John Doss. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this guy, the Casio LF20W. So this little digital watch actually is pretty underrated in my opinion, because I've heard nobody talk about it. So let's take a look at this watch and see what it has to offer. Let's get into it. Okay, so some context. I went to Walmart with a certain individual by the name of Adam. Now, Adam was on the market for a watch, and we quickly made our way over to the Casio section. He picked out the Casio Royale, which is similar in styling to this watch, both in face and sort of just the general aesthetic, but it's much larger and has a more rugged sort of tough sort of design for it, whereas this one is much more minimal and understated and also a lot smaller. So Adam picked his Casio Royale up for about $22 and I picked this guy up for about $22. And I definitely instantly fell in love. I'll admit, I'm a sucker for watches, and when I saw it, I just knew I had to have it. So once I got it back in my man cave, I compared it to some of my other watches. First watch I compared it to is my Apple Watch SE, which is in the 40mm configuration, and it even manages to dwarf the Casio. Okay, how about we take a look at it next to my Belova dive watch? Yeah, that's definitely a size difference right there. With that in mind, since I'm a guy with fairly large wrists, it might seem like this would be unwearable, but it's not, because of this nice integrated comfy resin strap that definitely just feels like an extension of the actual casing of the watch and makes it seem less small on the wrist. And it's also nice that it's as thin as it is, because it will slip under shirt sleeves and coats no problem, which some bulkier watches really struggle with. Now, unfortunately, this case is constructed only out of resin and the watch crystal is plastic, so this makes it pretty susceptible to scratching and chipping away at time. But bear in mind, this is a $20 watch, so it's very replaceable once it does kick the bucket. And I imagine that the internals of the watch definitely will hold up for the whole time you need to use it. It's more if you want a nicer looking watch after it gets beat up inevitably. So looking at the design, you have 4 push buttons on the perimeter of the device, spring-loaded lug pins so you can swap out the strap, and a metal case back, water resistance. And on the front, underneath the acrylic crystal, there are minimal labels across the face and the face itself. And let me tell you, this is a stunner. The analog clock in digital display form, I don't even know how to word that, definitely looks awesome. It's not very useful, but it sure as hell looks cool. And to the right of it, there is also this seconds readout that, as far as I can tell, just serves no purpose other than look cool, which I love for it. I mean, that's half of the charm of Casio digitals, right? I mean, they're so like goofy that they look kind of cool and vintage, and this definitely has that aesthetic, you know, they're trying to stun 1980s you, right? Anyway, below that you have the day of the week and the date, and below that you have your classic digital time readout. And so, of course, being a Casio, there are various functions. You can have an alternate time zone or cycle through different time zones. And there's also a stopwatch, a timer, an alarm, all that jazz. Nothing too unusual, just timekeeping stuff, really. That's about it. And when the alarm does go off, it's got a little buzzer in it that'll beep at you really loudly. This watch does have a lot of appeal as an outdoorsy sort of option. It's great for going to the gym, adventuring, just wearing around casually, going on hikes, and even camping. And when you're out camping, you can use the backlight for the display to check the time in the middle of the night. It isn't an electroluminescent backlight like you'll see on the Casio Royale, so it's not as even, but it's perfectly readable, and the orange color is nice. And being a digital watch, it'll keep time very well. Functionally, it's great. Once you get the hang of the slightly unintuitive controls, it's got tons of functionality that I've already mentioned. The only complaint I have functionally is that the screen's viewing angles are a little subpar, but not bad enough for them to really be a major annoyance or a deal breaker. So to summarize, $21 is a great deal, and this watch is extremely underrated. I don't see people talking about it nearly as much as they should be. I could have gone the Adam route and gotten a Casio Royale and been a sheep, but no, I decided to be unique. at least as unique as you can get with a mass market Casio, but you know, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, yeah, so the LF20W, great watch. I really can't complain about it. I love it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been John from John Doss, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.